Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, what's up? Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be notified when I post a new video every Wednesday at 10 a.m. I've been pretty consistent every Wednesday, so don't forget to hit the notification bell. Today we're going to be talking about nail school. A lot of you have many questions and concerns when it comes to nail school. Should you go to nail school? Is it worth it? What's taught? Am I going to learn anything? Are we going to be practicing? Is it just for the practical and your state exams? What happens in nail school? So today I'm going to be addressing that question. What is taught, the curriculum, my thoughts and opinion as a teacher? Is it useful information that you're going to learn in nail school? And also I'm going to be sharing some of my previous students' experiences after nail school. Are they working now? Are they not? Did they quit? Are they still going for it? Did they pass their exams? Did they even take their exams? So we're going to get into all of that right now. So the first thing, why go to nail school? It's important and also it's necessary. You have to go to nail school if you want to become a licensed nail technician. So no matter how many years you've been doing this, no matter how good you are, how skilled or unskilled you think you may or may not be, if you want to take being a nail tech professionally and seriously, you have to become licensed, and in order to become licensed, you have to go to nail school. So it is very important in that sense, in that it's mandatory. Every state has different amount of hours that you need to attend school in order to get your license. So you can look into your local state licensing center website or contact someone and see what is the amount of hours that you need to complete, how long is the course for your school. But in order to become a licensed nail technician, yes, you have to go to nail school. Also, you need to go to nail school. You will be so surprised, and I'm sure some of you watching this channel, that shout out to you, I genuinely appreciate you, and you are trusting my experiences and my opinion on a lot of things that we speak about in nail school. This was one of the reasons I created the channel, is because I feel that a lot of people jump into nails and they might know how to lay a badass set down, they might know how to design their ass off, but they don't know nothing about nails. When you go to school, you will learn the foundations of nails. It is crucial. If you are going to be doing nails and you're going to be a nail tech, you need to learn about nail anatomy, nail structure, nail chem. You need to learn all these things. It's not just about application, polish, sanitation. There's other little things, electricity, who knew? There's certain things that you just need to learn when it comes to being a nail tech. And these are things that will be taught to you from the textbook that you will learn while completing your course in nail school. This will also not only help you become the best nail technician that you can be, it will help you be able to troubleshoot any problems that you might have. You can give advice to your clients. You'd be surprised, and I'm sure many of you out there, you have already experienced that, when your clients will say, "What's that?" People are just curious. What's that you're using? What's that thing that you did or you put on me, and this and that? Be able to deliver an educated response. I cannot stress that enough. There's nothing more professional, and I was going to say more of a turn on, but wrong scenario. But you get what I'm trying to say, is that if you give your client a nice educational answer, they're like, okay, that's what she's talking about. It just sounds so good. It's so good. So you want to learn these foundations of nails. You want to be able to give advice to your clients. And again, like I said, troubleshoot any problems that you might have down the road. If I see that polish is bubbling up, I can pinpoint what's the problem, probably in 3 things. So certain things you just know when you go to nail school that will be taught to you. So what is taught in nail school? So majority of schools go by the Milady Nail Technology textbook. That's what I was taught from, even though I was still in New York State and it was a whole different edition. I do believe that is probably like the #1 go-to resource for most nail schools to have your teachers teach from. So everything that you're going to be learning in nail school, yes, it is to prepare you for your written and your practical exam. I cannot deny that. A lot of you say, I don't want to go to school because I want to learn more. I'm sorry, and I'm here to break it to you. Nail school is about passing your practical and your written exam. That is our main focus as a teacher, is to teach you the theory and teach you the practical work to get you licensed. Other education, which is what I always stress to you guys, is up to you. You have to practice. You have to go out there and take classes and experience things. Get yourself in a salon so you can get some hands-on experience. It's going to be kind of up to you to advance your education. But the main goal of nail school is to prepare you for your state exams. Each topic that is discussed and taught in school is going to appear in some shape, way, or form on your written exam. So when it comes to theory, which is textbook work, you will learn a whole bunch of things, and it might be 1 or 2 questions. That might be sanitation. It might be 1 question on nail chem. We don't know all the questions. What we do is we have practice tests that you will receive in nail school, which is basically once, I think every couple months or maybe every year, they'll release like the last version of the test. So when you get in practice tests, and I don't know if you can find this online, you can ask someone, but when you get in practice tests in school, what you're getting is actual written exams from your state that were previous years. So the school and the teachers, we have a pretty good idea of the questions, but again, we don't know what's going to be taught. But everything that will be taught to you, we have to discuss the whole entire textbook, because you don't know if it might be 1 question, 2 questions. Sometimes it might be majority. I had one student say to me, she said, she took her written exam, I hit her up, I said, how did it go? And she's like, the only thing they asked, it was so much sanitation and disinfection. That was like the only thing they asked me. And I said, really? And I was like, wow. And I was very surprised at that. Way back when I took my exam, it was so much. I had so much nail disease and nail disorders. And if you've been to school, you know they all sound exactly the same. I have flashcards for days. And that was my exam when I took it. But every test is going to be different. So you don't want to just say, I'm going to study this one topic, or I'm only going to care about this topic. You have to learn and take in all the information, and we as teachers have to deliver all the information. Another very, very, very important thing that a lot of you guys that have been to school will dash your school, dash your instructor. And I just want to say, like, pause on that. Because I'm going to tell you, first and foremost, as a teacher in nail school, there is so much to teach and so little time. My class was 6 to 9:30. Actually, no, it was 6 to 10. So I have to get in theory, I have to get in practical, I have to get in my demo. We had a 30-minute break. I have 4 hours to do all this. And we meet 3 times a week. That's a lot. It's a lot to cover. So don't be upset if you go to school and your teacher is sticking by the book and they're only teaching you what you need to know. Unfortunately, let me just break it down for you. You're opening a school and you want to be accredited. What is accredited? I'm going to leave the definition down here. In order to be an accredited school, there are certain standards that you must meet as a school, which trickles down to the directors of the school, which trickles down to the teachers. We have to make sure you are getting certain information. The school can possibly be shut down if they find out that they're doing wrong things. So there's certain requirements, certain standards that must be upheld if they're going to be an accredited nail school. So don't be too mad. Like I said, if your teachers can't get in everything, I'm telling you firsthand, it's very hard. My goal when I was teaching is I knew this going in. I tried very hard to get in what I had to and what they wanted to learn. That was my goal. When I had a minute, I could squeeze in a little. Let's do a little encapsulated today. If I had another minute, I would try to squeeze in. And usually when we were doing like the off subjects, the bio, the chem, the disinfection, our practical work would be more fun stuff. But sometimes I didn't have time for it. Sometimes if I felt that, you know what, they're not really ready to talk about encapsulated nails, because I have students in this group, this particular group or class, that they're still not getting down their regular structured nails. They're not getting down their forms. If you're not getting down the foundations of what I have to deliver, we can't go on to something else which you want to learn. That's just what it is. So I had to play that by ear. Every class I got, every group I got. Some groups that I got, they were more advanced. They were like, oh, we got it. So I'm like, okay, we can move. We can do stuff with this group. Some groups, I had to slow it down. And unfortunately, I wasn't able to get in all the things that they wanted to, I'm sure. Because again, our main goal was to prepare you for your written and your practical state exams. So some topics that you're going to be going over in school, we have nail anatomy, nail structure. Sorry if you see me look down, I have this written down. Nail anatomy, nail structure, sanitation and disinfection, skin anatomy and skin structure, basic chemistry, monomer and polymer powder, gels, e-files and bits, the systems of the body, business management, life skills, employment opportunities, nail diseases and disorders, professional image, communicating for success, nail wraps, skin diseases, manicure, pedicure. These are the topics that you will be learning. If you are curious and you don't want to go to nail school, or you want to kind of maybe just educate yourself, or if you're somebody that's watching that went to school many years ago like I did, you can easily purchase this book. You don't need a license to purchase the Milady textbook. Amazon has them, and read up on this information. If you still can't really figure out what school you want to go to, or you can't pay for it, or whatever the case may be, still, I'm going to stress to you, educate yourself. Take a look at the textbook. I hope I remember. I'll leave a link in the description box below where you can go onto Amazon and purchase the Milady textbook, the newest edition, and just read up on these things. It's useful information, guys. So again, even if you're not going to nail school, you should still know the foundation of nails, and this will make you such a better nail technician. It will. So is this information that you received in school useful? Duh, yes, it is, of course, 100%. It is useful information. Again, this is going to help you be a better nail technician. It's going to help you understand nails better. It's going to answer a lot of questions that you have, a lot of aha moments my students get. That's why the nail burns when you put primer on it. That's why when I used to go, they used to do this. It also teaches you, and I think the number one thing for me going to nail school is, once you go to nail school and you learn all the things that should be done, you realize how many salons, spas, and techs out there are doing the wrong thing. And it's kind of mind-blowing in what you should be doing versus what's actually going on. So it's super useful information that you're going to take with you, and it's going to stay with you forever. And it's also going to help you get the mindset and the skills to become the best professional nail technician you can be. My thoughts as a teacher. So again, I kind of said this already. As a teacher, on my point of view, it's very hard to deliver this information. It's a lot of stuff that needs to be covered. Because again, I mentioned to you, I have a 4-hour class. We have to get theory. We got to get practical. I have to be able to squeeze in my demo. I can't move too fast. And you can't say, okay, well, it's only going to take an hour and I want them to do 5 nails. Let me tell you, with new nail technicians to do 5 nails, that's minimum an hour. You need at least an hour and a half, 2 hours sometimes. And some people still didn't finish in that time. So I can't go faster than I care to go. I have to stay at a good pace. And you want to try to get in a lot of the information. You have directors in your ear and bosses saying, you need to get this. There's also tests that you need to take, because you have to, for my school anyway, there was a certain amount of written exams and we did practice practical exams. All of that stuff, again, is required by the state. So not only do I have to fit in my lesson plans and all this and that, I have to fit in tests, I have to fit in makeups, I have to do practical exams, you gotta do makeup, you gotta do this. And then I have people practicing and graduating and this. It's a lot going on. So my thoughts, like as a teacher, is just, we do the best that we can. Again, don't bash anybody. If you went to nail school and you felt that your teacher didn't teach you anything or whatever, don't take. All education is good education. All information is useful information. So, they did the best that they can do. Every teacher, every school is going to be different. Every state has different requirements. Every state board is different. So that's going to have to oblige to that. Again, to be an accredited school, you have to follow certain rules and regulations and requirements. And as a teacher, it is very hard to kind of get that all done. It's possible, but again, it's really hard to get in what they need to know versus what they want to know. So when I came up with the idea to do this video, I wanted to reach out to some of my students. I have several students that I still follow to this day. Some still doing nails, some not. Some were able to participate, some were not. And I just wanted to ask them a few questions about, did they learn anything in nail school? Did it prepare them for their exams? Did they immediately get their license or take their exams after they graduated? Did they wait? Are they working now? Is it still working out for them? What is their advice to you guys that are aspiring nail techs or current nail techs? So let's take a look and see what some of those students had to say.
Hi, my name is Graham, and I was in this teaching class from the end of 2019 to the spring of 2020. I graduated at the end of, the spring of 2020, so it's been almost a year and a half now, I guess, right? Oh, it's been 2 years, that's crazy. I took both exams, the written and the practical, I passed the written the first time. I had to take the practical exam twice. I feel like that was really the only purpose of school. That was what we focused on, was to pass the exam. I worked actually at this shop for a few months after a while. I left only because I felt like I wasn't learning anything and I didn't want to get fired before I was able to like get a semester. So I left for a little while and then just brushed up on my skills, and I came back this past February. Be consistent and practice. There's going to be times when you are discouraged, but you just have to push through that and keep practicing, keep getting better.
When I first started nail school, I thought we were going to be like solely focused on acrylic, perfecting our skill, doing nail art, drawing nail designs, you know, the main stuff like that or whatever. My expectations changed when I started learning, because we were learning more about sanitation. We learned about diseases. We learned about business aspects. You know, a lot of stuff we never really thought of if we just started doing nails by ourselves. I learned a lot more than I thought I would learn. School did prepare me for my exams a lot. We took practicals, we took written exams. We knew exactly what we needed to do and what we needed to know before taking the test. I did start a business, a press-on business. I sell press-on nails. I did not find a job because I still love doing nails, but like I said, I didn't get my license because I didn't take the test, so I wasn't gonna do, you know, illegal nails. Not worth getting in trouble for, but I do sell press-ons, like I said, and I love doing that. I've been wearing them and then I started selling them, so I guess I did find a job, sort of. Graduated in February 2020. It is now May 2022, so 2 years and a little change. I still love doing nails. I do want to get my exam done someday, eventually, because I didn't go there for no reason. I learned a lot, and I would like to try a direct nail related job one day, of course. I still love doing nails. There's a lot to learn. There's definitely a lot to learn. I learned a lot of stuff, and I will, like, you know, go over the stuff I learned again, because I didn't pay and learn all of that for no reason. Like I said, I want to do a nail related job one day eventually. Yeah.
Another student who reached out said it's been about 1.5 years since she graduated, and she plans on taking her exam and passing and hoping to have her very own small salon and building it up from the bottom to become a successful nail salon. She really wanted to offer nail and hair services when she does open, and that she didn't work after graduation because she didn't have the confidence to start working right in a salon, and she felt better working on the side and just doing people on the side. And on top of that, she wouldn't have been able to commit to it, already having had a job prior to starting nail school. And then she wrote this as a little advice to all you aspiring nail techs out there. Here is another written in from another student that just wanted to share her experience with you guys about how she dealt with and went through school and the progress. She did join during COVID, so she felt that held back a little bit, but she is still improving. She did end up taking and passing her state board exams, and she wanted to give a little bit of advice to you guys as well. And lastly, I have another write-in from another student, and she had different expectations when she went to school and then eventually graduated, never really worked in a salon. She ended up being pregnant, so she had to put that on pause, but she's still pursuing and still expecting and preparing to take her exams one day. So if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen me post that I'm going to be offering a 4-week nail course virtually. So this course is designed for all of you out there that have questions or a little bit curious about nail school, haven't yet attended or didn't feel maybe you learned enough. So this is going to be a little bit of that. I wanted to kind of create a course that's going to be laid out exactly how I taught it in school. So there will be theory and practical work. We will meet twice a week. It will be live instructions. There will be recorded demos that you can access even after you graduate. There will be handouts. There will be lecture notes. There'll be practical work. Well, I'll actually be there to see you and work with you and help you grow as a nail technician. So again, this is a 4-week course. It's going to be every Monday and Tuesday, 6 to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to sign up for that and register it, you can use the link in the description box below. There are only 20 spots. I wanted to do something that's small. I only want a small group because I want to be able to focus on whoever is in the class at that moment. But this is going to be a summer session. It's going to start in July. So again, if you are interested, click the link below. And I also wanted to make it super affordable for you guys because I know the number one thing, some people out there charging you $580 for an hour one-on-one or group class for $800. Honestly, and I've heard from other people, I'm taking in you guys' feedback that you can't afford that. People can't afford that. So this course is only $250. It's $50 deposit and you can pay the rest later on. So again, if you're interested in that, you can go ahead and sign up for that. Other than that, if you guys have any other questions, please do not hesitate to leave me a comment below. If you have any other questions about nail school or any other thing that you want to talk about nail related. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for watching.